everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a little deck building here with the Spark of the Rebellion pre-release kit. I essentially want to simulate what you would do if you were going to one of these pre-release gaming events here at your local gaming shop. Make sure you do participate in that and support local whenever you can there. As always, I try and promote that. And definitely, hopefully every sets that come out, they will be doing something like this. So I'm hoping to give you a little heads up about it when the next set does come out, if we aren't doing any of these tournaments at your local gaming stores. So obviously what you do is you take the pre-release and you get the 6 packs and you make a deck out of that. Each booster pack will contain 1 leader and 1 base, each having its own specific aspects that you'll be wanting to use to create your deck around. So an aspect being either red, aggression, the yellow being cunning, the green being command, or the blue being vigilance. Those are those main 4 colors there. Or you can also have the black being villainy and the white being heroism. With those 2, you cannot mix the 2. So you cannot have a deck with heroism and villainy for like the Twin Sons deck building, but that's for another video there. We want to try and keep everything towards our aspects there. So when you're deciding which leader or base you want to use, you kind of want to set out each card stacks by their aspects, as you can see that I've done here. That way you can kind of see where all your cards lie out and see which will be the best options for you. Again, I want to try and do this and maybe make another video where I pick up another pre-release box and create another deck with that, and then fight the 2 against each other and do a battle, and kind of simulate what it would be doing an event battle against each other rather than doing the pre-constructed decks there. So first we're going to start off here with our leaders. Again, each pre-release has 6 packs in it, and each pack has 1 leader. So as you can see here, I've got IG-88 being that red, which is aggression. We have, let me see here, our Director Krennic, which is vigilance. Oh, and they're also both villainy, which is that second one there. So you can use those aspect cards as well for all the units and such. We have Hera being the command as well as the heroism. We have another IG-88. We have Jin being a cunning yellow as well as heroism, and then another Jin. So after a little bit of deliberation with myself and deciding which one leader I wanted to use, I decided that I was going to take out Jin Urso and get in those cunning characters as well as the heroism. I think that will just be the deck that we will want to be using here. And then the next you want to do is the base. Now again, keep in mind, if you're going to be doing a double color, you want to make sure that you pick out the right base there and make sure that the cards you have there will be doing double colors, because if there's any aspects that you do not have, say it be green being command or blue being vigilance, or say now we want to pick a villain and have them in, you have to pay 2 extra resources on top of their resource cost. So instead of the 1 there, it would be 3. Instead of the 2 there, it would be 4. So it's kind of a hefty cost of resources there, but sometimes the cards will be worth it just to add in there and, kind of boost up your deck a little bit better there. So with our bases, we have the Dagobah Swamp with the Vigilance. We have the Chopper base with the Yellow Cunning. We have the Echo base with the Green Command. We have the Catacombs of Kadera with the Red Aggression. We have the Hyperspace Catacombs of Kadera with the red aggression. And then we have a Hyperspace Capital City with the blue vigilance. Now, on here, I might do the blues, but I'm going to do the greens here. We're going to do our Echo Base Station as our base. So now, as you see, our 3 aspects we have there to be able to put our deck around and not have to pay that aspect penalty is we have the yellow cunning, the heroism, and then the green command. So that's going to make it easy enough for us to here separate out our cards that we don't be using, because I want to try and avoid making a deck with aspect differentials, because such things like the Gorilla Attack Pod, you don't want to be paying 8 resources for that. I don't think that's worth it there. So we'll take out all of our cards here that we would be paying extra aspect penalties for. All right. Now that we've got it dwindled down here, we can get a little bit more detailed into building a pre-release deck. So this comes with every pre-release box. It gives you a little bit of an introduction to what's going on here. So we'll just read over it. Building a pre-release deck. Your pre-release deck is built from the cards you opened in your 6 booster packs. Must have 1 leader, 1 base, and a minimum of 30 other cards. For the leader, you may choose any of the 6 leaders you opened in your packs, or one of the 2 promo leaders in the pre-release box. This one being either the Luke Skywalker with the Vigilance Blue and the Heroism, or my personal favorite of the 2 promo cards, the Darth Vader with the Aggression Red and the Black Villainy. But as I said, I didn't want to use one of those because I would rather just hold on to them on the side and keep them off and look at them because they're very pretty. So again, your leader provides either a heroism or villainy icon along with one of the 4 other aspects icons: vigilance, command, aggression, or cunning. For the base, you may choose any base you opened in your packs, or you may choose any base with 30 HP and no ability that provides a vigilance, command, aggression, or cunning icon, even if you didn't open it in your packs. You can borrow a copy from another player or from the tournament organizer. For your deck, the remaining 30 plus cards of your deck can include any of the units, events, and upgrades from your packs. There's no limit to the number of copies of each card in your deck. If you opened 4 or more copies of a card, you can use them all. It's best to include only cards that match the aspect icons provided by your leader and base, since the other cards incur a cost penalty. See custom deck building on page 20 of the Quick Start reference guide. But if you need to include a few other cards of other aspects, you can always use them as resources or pay the aspect penalty later in the game. There's card types. It's a good idea to include 20 to 25 units in your deck. Having enough units is crucial to being able to win the game. They're also the best way to combat your opponent's units. You should aim for about 15 to 20 ground units and 5 to 10 space units. Ground units make up the majority of the card pool, so you should expect most of the action to place in the ground arena, but it's important to have some presence in the space to provide another angle of attack and defend against enemy space units. The rest of your deck should consist of 5 to 10 event and upgrades. Look for events that directly remove or deal damage to enemy units, as well as cards that boost the power and HP of your own units. Resource costs. You should include cards with a variety of resource costs to ensure you always have something you can play. You want a lot of 2 and 3 cost cards, a smaller number of 4 and 5 cost cards, and only a few with cards 6 or more. Pay special attention to lower cost cards. Since you'll have 2 resources in play during the first round of the game, you should aim to include at least 6 to 8 cards that cost 2 or less to ensure you have something to play at the start of the game. And as always, ask for advice. At the pre-release event, you can always ask other players for help and ideas how to build your deck. At the pre-release, you're allowed to change your deck as much as you want between games using the leftover cards from your packs. You can even switch your leader and base if you want. So if you're not satisfied, feel free to adjust. So again, I would highly recommend doing the separation of all the aspects there so you can kind of get a better blend of which cards you're going to be wanting to use there. And again, as always, don't ever hesitate to ask questions, because everyone in this community will be willing to answer you questions, even stupid ones, and if not, they shouldn't be playing this game with everyone here. So now again, remember, keeping in mind, we want to keep that 15 to 20 ground units and 5 to 10 space units, and then 5 to 10 events and upgrades, making sure that we're keeping an eye out on our costs of cards there, being the 1s and the 6s, making sure we're keeping closer to the lowers, a lot more of those, and a lot higher ones we take a little bit less of. So we're going to go through. I think disarm is going to be great. Give an enemy unit -4, -0 for this phase. So basically, with a 1 cost here, you're taking out their entire arm there, and they can't even attack. So we're going to do 3 copies of that since we pulled that. Or how many did we have? That 4? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so we'll do 4 copies of that. What is that? That would be An event? Yes, an event. So the event upgrade piece right up there, so you can tell there. So far we got 4 there. And then let's see here. Obviously I'm going to take Chopper here. He's a nice little 1 unit. I haven't played anything yet, but I feel like that's going to be a good card to throw out there. Start right away getting that. On attack, discard a card from the defending player's deck. If it's an event, exhaust a resource that player controls. So I think that'll be a good one. It's got a nice 3 defense over here. And then that 1 attack, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's what those mean, but you know, if you watched another video and I correct myself there, I do apologize for giving out that false information. So we're going to get rid of the villainy already here. I feel like there was a few other villainies. Okay, villainy. That makes it easy. So it looks like we got all yellows and heroism. So obviously we got to take your boy Ezra, of course. When this unit completes an attack, look at the top card of your deck. You may play it, discard it, or leave it on top of your deck. So he's basically giving you an option to be able to play, discard, or just set it there for now if you don't want to use it. So that's a pretty nifty one there for a little 3 count there. See the Vanguard Ace. For each other card you played this phase, give an experience token to this unit. Each other card you played. That sounds like it could be pretty good. So we're going to hit that one up. I also forgot, we've got these ones here with a 3 cost. If you control a trooper unit, this costs less 1 to play. So that would be a 2 there. So if we got 2 of those, and then we've got our trooper units here that you can tell. Trooper unit, vehicle, space, fringe, gambit, space, vehicle. So you can see ground. You've got your types where they're going to be attacking at. You've got the events or unit, which part they are. Then the little description down here, figuring out which piece they belong to, if there's any special effects. Play this unit, a shield token to it. If there's any special effects, as in this one here, a trooper unit, you can see that they're troopers, so they'll play well together. So we're going to probably grab all of our troopers out of here. Let's see, do we have another trooper? And there we go. Okay, so a ground unit, 2/2, shielded. When you play this unit, give a shield token to it, so it'll give another shield right out the gate. This unit attacks units can attack units in the ground area. While this unit is attacking a ground unit, the defender gets -2, -0. Okay, so it gets -2 attack back. So we'll be throwing that in there. That's a 4 cost, but it does attack space and ground, so we'll take that. On attack, if you control a leader unit, you may exhaust a non-leader unit. Okay, not exactly sure what that is all about, but we'll throw that in there because we like it. The Swoop Racer for a 3 cost with a 4/3, that's seems pretty good here. Change your heart, take control of a non-leader unit. At the start of the regroup phase, its owner takes control of it. That seems like a pretty good card, but it's just a 6 cost. I don't know, let's just throw it in there. You know what, since we're going to do it, we're just going to throw in all of our yellows there. So as we're sitting right now, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cards out of our 30. 16, and it looks like 16 of the cunning there. So we need at least 14 left. So let's go to these heroism real quick here. Medal ceremony, give an experience token to each of up to 3 rebel units that attack this phase. So we'd have to look, I don't know how many of these guys were rebels here. Man, this is pretty sweet looking and learning with you guys and figuring out what we got. Okay, so troopers and rebels. Okay, so that's just a trooper. New Republic, rebel, rebel. Okay, so that sounds good. I think we'll slap that one in there. We got enough rebels there that I think we'll do that of up to 3 rebel units. Yeah, so we'll slap that in there. When played, you may attack with a unit. If it's a rebel unit, it gets +2, +0 for this attack. You may attack with the unit. Okay, so he'll add the 2 attack on there. That's a pretty good summon. I like that, so we'll throw you in there. General Dodana. Other friendly rebel units get +1, +1. Cost of 4. Yeah, let's throw them in there. The rebels, we'll get there. Restore 2 when this unit attacks. Heal 2 damage from your base. Oh, see, now that's pretty cool. And it's a rebel. 4 cost, not too bad with a 3 attack, 4 defense. Always looking for those heals on that basis, because if your base runs down to 0 points, you have lost. Okay, so let's scroll through here. Let's get our villainy out of the way here. Villainy. losing a bunch of these command being green to the villainy here. Okay, so just so I make sure to get this one in, there's one that I don't want to miss. That's the Academy training. +2/+2 is an upgrade. It's learned. So I would assume how that works is you play it and then you kind of attach it like an equip card or stuff like that if you're familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! Or I forget what they call it in Pokemon. Not too entirely sure what they call it in Magic either, so we'll throw that bad boy in there. Patrolling V-Wing. When played, draw a card. Oh, see, that's a nice one. It's a 2 with the playing. Oh, do we got that hollow? Was that one of the hollow ones? Patrolling V-Wing. All right, so you know what? When played, draw a card with a 2 count. I think that's, we'll throw at least 2 of those in there. Echo-based defender. Units in this area can attack your non-sentinel units or your base. Rebel Trooper, 3 green heroism. I'm thinking we're throwing that in there with the 4/3. Okay, let's see here. Mercenary Company. It's a 6 count. Underworld Trooper. Okay, so another Trooper ambush. After you play this unit, it may ready and attack an enemy unit. Ooh, so once you drop it, she's ready to roll Overwhelm. When attacking an enemy unit, deal excess damage to the opponent's base. Nice. So say if you're attacking a 3 count and they do the 5, instead of, I guess, just interpreting from the wording that once you destroy a character, the damage goes out to 0. But this one, the Overwhelm, will throw it so that way you attack the rest with the base there. So we are throwing that in there. Tactical advantage, give a unit +2/+2 for this phase. That is ridiculous, throwing that in there. Homestead Militia, while you control 6 or more resources, this unit gains Sentinel. Units in this area can't attack your non-Sentinel units or your base. So it basically takes all of the units in the air, in the arena, the ground arena, and pulls it to him. With a 3/4, that's pretty decent there. Oh, look at that, tactical advantage. We're going to add another one with that hyperspace on her. Frontline shuttle, action, defeat this unit, attack with a unit even if it's exhausted. It can't attack bases for this attack. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile here. Hardpoint heavy blaster attached to a vehicle unit. Attached unit gains on attack. If this unit isn't attacking a base, you may deal 2 damage to a unit in the defender's arena. Ooh, with a 2? I like that vehicle equip. We'll do a space one. Okay. An event, prepare for takeoff. Search the top 8 of your card for up to 2 vehicle units, reveal them and draw them. Put the other cards on the bottom of your deck in a random order. We're going to put that one also in the maybe there. Colonel Yularen, when you play a command unit, including this one, heal 1 damage from your base in. Recruit, search for the top 5 of your decks for a unit, reveal it, and draw it. 5 cards of your deck for a unit. So you can pick 1, and then the others go back in. I think we'll pass on that one. Why did I put that in the maybe pile? Escort Skiff. While you control another command unit, right? It says command, yeah. This unit gains ambush. After you play this unit, it may ready it and attack an enemy unit. Okay, so if you control a command unit when you play this, it gains ambush, so you can attack right away. But I don't know, at a 4 cost, you already have someone down. But I guess if that's a first pick, we'll put that one in the maybe too. So let's see where we're at here with the 30 card minimum. See if we got to add some or maybe take some away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Wow, what are the odds of that at the 30 mark? You know what? We're going to just skip the other 2 because I feel like that is a sign. So our first deck, ladies and gentlemen, folks, thank you for joining me. We've got our Jyn Erso Echo Base Cunning Heroism Command deck here. This is my pre-release added on together for everything. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'm going to test it out here against another pre-release box when I get some money to be able to afford one. I'm going to hopefully either get it from my local games shop or I will be ordering it from eBay there and, you know, getting it so I can play against these 2 decks and see how well my skill of deck building has increased from this video to the next video, and then the battling system against each other. So again, I hope you enjoyed that video there. If you got any questions, put them down in the comments so I can put it in the next video. If you've got any suggestions there to help me out and make me a little bit better and more interesting and more quality, what you guys are looking for, what details you want more of, please put that down in the comment there. Make sure you subscribe, like, tell your friends, share it with all your friends there, and I hope to see you in the next video, and have fun at the tables.